This video is sponsored by 𝒂𝒐. Hello everybody, I hope you are all having an amazing day today. Today I want to talk about something that I get a lot of questions on, and this is definitely something that I recommend starting with if you want to deepen your dream practice, if you're just getting started in your dream practice, or if you're trying to just create a stronger bond with your subconscious mind. And this is dream symbolism, and I actually just did a masterclass on this topic because I get so many questions about it, and it's seriously so important to understand what our dreams are saying, right? We have them for a reason, and I always say that our dreams is basically just our subconscious mind writing us letters through images, and it's our job to decipher them and see how the images or the symbols relate to us so we can actually communicate with the subconscious mind on a deeper level. So this is such a great place to start if you are just getting into dream work, or if you've been wanting to deepen your dream work, this would be an amazing thing to start doing. So in this video, I want to kind of break down how to decode your dreams and how to find the unique symbolism in your dreams so you can decode it and not only communicate with your subconscious mind, but consistently receive messages from your subconscious mind through your dreaming experiences that will actually give you answers and insight and provide a lot of clarity from different things that you're moving through in your life. And before we get too into this, I do want to let you guys know that dream dictionaries really will not work consistently and effectively because your dream, your subconscious mind, is communicating with you using images and symbols from either your experiences, using your beliefs, or maybe some past memories or something that you've had in your life. So symbols are very specific to you in your dreaming experiences. Imagine that you dream of a cat, right? Imagine that you dream of a cat and you've had cats your entire life, and right, Juno, and you love cats. You've had cats around you for a big portion of your life. Maybe they were a big part of your childhood. Maybe the symbol of a cat would represent your childhood in some way, or maybe a specific memory from your childhood. Now say that someone else had a dream of a cat, but they have had a very traumatic experience with a cat when they were younger. Maybe that cat could represent their trauma or their childhood trauma, or maybe a traumatic experience when they were younger, right? And so once you start to pull out individual aspects of your dream, and you look at the overall energy of the dream, the emotions, the conversations, you can kind of start to piece together a message. And you can do this with all of your dreams. So firstly, do not look to your dream, or don't look to dream dictionaries to completely decode your dreams, because it really is personable to you and your own experiences. Now, I don't recommend you giving your entire dream to someone and just like telling them to decode it. Like just be like, oh, tell me exactly what this means, right? Because other people really won't be able to understand it to the depth that you can, because again, the symbols in your dreams are related to your emotions, your past experiences, things that you've gone through in your life, or maybe how you see a specific thing. So if you see a specific object or aspect in your dream, ask yourself, what could this represent to me? How do I relate to this symbol, right? But I definitely do recommend sharing your dreams with others, because they could give you a different perspective on it that maybe you didn't see. It's kind of nice to get a fresh set of eyes or ears on your dream, because once we've looked at it so many times, it's kind of hard to see it from a fresh or maybe just a different perspective. So I do recommend sharing your dreams with somebody and seeing what they think, or seeing what the overall energy or message of the dream could mean. And if you're going to do this, I definitely recommend checking out 𝒂𝒂 to help with this process. 𝒂𝒂 is an online platform where you can connect to many different intuitives all around the world who specialize in many different topics, so you can find exactly who you're looking for online at any time. Keen is 24/7, so you can literally connect to somebody at any time. So if you wake up from a really, really crazy dream and you want to chat with someone about it and maybe just see what they think, or maybe get a reading on that dream, then you can do that literally at any time. Keen also allows you to chat with intuitives, have a phone conversation with them, or even get a reading through email, which I think is really, really, really cool. I usually chat with them because I think it's fun and it's really, really easy. And of course, you can literally just chat with somebody on your phone at any time. So they really, really make it super easy. What's really cool is if you're already using Keen, then you get weekly discounts sent to your inbox. And if you've never used Keen before and you're completely new, then you can get your first 10 minutes on Keen for just $1.99 by going to trykeen.com/thelucidmystic. And make sure that if you do get a reading from Keen, to leave your experience in the comments below to potentially be featured in one of my upcoming videos. Thank you so much, Keen, for sponsoring this video. And now, without further ado, let's get back to the video. So when you're starting to decode your dreams, I definitely recommend starting with a smaller dream, just so you can get familiar with the process of decoding the dream. What you really want to look for is things that stick out to you the most in the dream. Did you dream of a person that you used to be friends with? Were you in your childhood home? What was happening in the dream? What are the parts that stick out to you the most in the dream? Now, remember before where I said dream dictionaries don't really work for you? Well, you can actually create your own based off of the dreams that or the symbols that you dream about the most. So say that you dream of your mother a lot and you had a really hard childhood with your mother and there was a lot of fighting or bickering, then maybe your mother, when she shows up in your dream, that could represent your inner anger, right? So whatever aspect it is in the dream, whatever symbol it is, pull it out and start to look at the meaning behind that specific symbol. Just like we talked about with the cat, like what are your experiences with cats if you've been dreaming about them a lot? Or if your mother was always angry and she seems to show up in your dreams, maybe that could represent your inner anger. Maybe you dream about your dog a lot. I always dream about Juno. What does your dog represent to you? What energy does your dog have? When you think about your dog, what do they make you think of, right? You want to figure out what the energy is behind each symbol and then look at how the dream is kind of piecing it together in the dream, and you'll kind of be able to decode it that way. So pull out the main aspects of the dream, the things that stick out to you the most, the places, the people that are around, like the things that are the most prominent to you in that dream, and then look at how you're actually interacting with those things in the dream. For example, let's just use the example that your mother represents your inner anger, right? Say that you were running away from your mother in your dream. Maybe that could represent your running away from your inner anger. Maybe you're running away from something in life that maybe you are denying or disowning or you don't want to look at. And that could be causing turmoil in your life, right? So that's a super deep message just from one little piece of the dream, right? So it's not only the aspects in your dream, but how you are interacting with those things in the dream and the emotion behind the dream. If you're running away from your mother in your dream and she represents, your inner anger, what emotions are in the dream when you're running away from your mother? Like, you really have to look at the emotions in the dream and what you're actually doing in the dream and how you're actually interacting with these different aspects in the dream as the dream is playing out. I hope this makes sense. I also did decode one of my dreams in one of the master classes that I did recently, and I don't remember the entire dream off the top of my head, so I'm going to plug it in here so you guys can read the original dream and then the decoded version of the dream that I decoded. You also gotta think of the dream as like a poem, right? It's not going to just spell everything out for you. You have to look at how the dream is interacting with itself, how you're interacting with the dream, what emotions are coming up, and what things keep reappearing in your dream. And back to where I said you can create your own, dream dictionary, you can even use a whole notebook for that if you want. Just take a notebook. This is my dream journal, so it's not like my dream dictionary, but you can write out the symbol, say mother, right? And then equals inner anger, and then just create a list of all of the things that keep showing up in your dreams after you've decoded the symbol. Like, this is the symbol and this is the interpretation of what it means. That way, next time you have these dreams of all these random symbols, you can look to your notebook and just have a quick overview of what those symbols represent to you specifically when they show up in your dreams. Really, the main thing when it comes to decoding your dreams is, of course, picking out the main aspects and then asking yourself, what could this represent to me? How do I relate to this person? Or how do I relate to this object or this situation? What feelings is this dream bringing up for me? And once you've kind of decoded the entire dream, all the different aspects, what is the dream trying to highlight for me here? And seeing the overall energy of the dream and how it interacts with the different aspects that you've kind of pulled out, like your mom, or maybe you're at the beach. Like, have you ever been to the beach? What kind of memories do you have of the beach? What do you think about when you think of the beach? Does it represent paradise, right? And so maybe if you're running away from your mother, right, and she represents like your inner anger or something, and maybe she's at the beach when she's like yelling at you or something in the dream and you're running away, maybe that could represent that because you're running away from your inner anger, that's keeping you from finding your own paradise. See, this is obviously just a random interpretation. It's not going to mean that for everybody, but I'm just trying to kind of show you how the dream speaks when it is giving us dream content to work with. So really pay attention to where you are in the dream, who is there, what feelings you have in the dream, and anything else, all these little details that seem to show up that kind of stick out to you, right? The things and the people that stick out to you the most in the dream, those are most likely the biggest aspects of the dream, so we want to dive into those. And then, since you guys just saw my dream and the decoded version, you'll be able to see how to kind of piece it together to get a cohesive message out of your dreaming experience. Alright guys, I know this was kind of a shorter video, but I just kind of wanted to give a quick rundown of how to actually decode your dreams and work with them even before you're getting lucid. So if you have any questions about this, please let me know in the comments below, and I would love to chat with you about it. And of course, thank you so much, 𝒌, for sponsoring this video. Again, if you guys have not used 𝒌 before and you want to try it out, then you can get your first 10 minutes on 𝒌 for just $1.99 by going to tryking.com/thelucidmystic. Thank you guys again for joining in this video. I love you so much, and as always, I'm sending you endless love and endless lucidity.